Samsung is already hard at work on the next major version of its custom Android interface, One UI 8, even though the rollout of One UI 7 based on Android 15 is still in its early stages for most Galaxy devices. And while One UI 8 is still under wraps, early signs show that Samsung might be preparing to bring some powerful new security features to Galaxy phones. These improvements are built on top of Android 16, which is shaping up to be a big update, especially when it comes to user privacy and security. One of the most intriguing developments in Android 16 is a new feature spotted in a recent teardown of the Google Play Services beta app, a feature called Intrusion Detection. This feature has not been officially confirmed yet, but strings of code discovered in version 25.18.31 of the beta app suggest Google is aiming to give users more visibility into what's happening on their devices, even when they're not actively using them. So, what exactly is intrusion detection? Based on the clues found in the code, this system would allow users to access detailed activity logs related to their device. These logs may include events involving USB connections, Bluetooth, activity, Wi-Fi access, app installations, and even changes to lock screen behavior. This level of detail could help users figure out if someone has been snooping around on their phone when they weren't looking. Even more impressively, there's also a mention of tracking browsing history, though this may raise privacy questions for some. The good news is that all of this data appears to be encrypted end-to-end. It would be stored in a secure location, reportedly a private and encrypted section of Google Drive, and accessible only by the device owner once they verify themselves using both their Google account credentials and the device's lock screen method. In other words, no one but the owner should be able to access these logs, not even Google. This could be a huge leap forward in protecting personal data and giving users peace of mind. Imagine being able to check whether someone tried to connect your phone to a suspicious USB device or installed a shady app while you left your phone unattended. With intrusion detection, that kind of transparency may finally be possible. Now, this feature might not be available for everyone by default. It's expected to be part of what Google calls Advanced Protection Mode, a higher-level security setting designed for users who want extra layers of defense, such as journalists, activists, or anyone dealing with sensitive information. Of course, this raises the big question: will Samsung adopt this intrusion detection system in its One UI 8 software? Since One UI 8 is built on top of Android 16, it's certainly possible. However, Samsung has its own approach to features and security, and not everything from stock Android always makes it to One UI. What we do know is that Samsung is already testing early development builds of One UI 8. A leaked version of the firmware has surfaced online, although it appears to include only the most basic features so far. More advanced tools, like intrusion detection, if Samsung chooses to include it, would likely appear in later versions of the update, closer to the public release. And when might that public release happen? Based on past trends, Samsung usually launches its major One UI updates alongside new hardware. In this case, One UI 8 is expected to make its debut with the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7, which are anticipated to launch this summer. These next-gen foldables will likely be the first devices to showcase the full capabilities of One UI 8, including whatever new security features Samsung decides to include. Whether or not intrusion detection ends up in the final release of One UI 8, one thing is clear: Android 16 is taking security seriously, and that's good news for everyone. If Samsung taps into this potential and adds its own enhancements, Galaxy users could soon have powerful new tools to monitor and protect their devices. So keep an eye out for more One UI 8 leaks and official announcements over the next few months. The combination of Android 16's security push and Samsung's own innovations could make this one of the most important updates in years, especially for users who care about privacy and control.